Hey everybody, Puffin here. Thanks for watching. This is just a continuation of the video I was making last night. I was just making a list of what Google had put under my search bar for news stories instead of the story about Trump being sued under the Ku Klux Klan Act of 1874. Trump, Giuliani, the Proud Boys, and the Oath Keepers are all being sued by the NAACP for their conspiring for the riot. And it's big news. It was the main news story besides the weather, but the main political news story on the Daily Moth, Def News, yesterday. But when I looked through Google, to their credit, it was the third news story the first time I looked. But when I refreshed, I looked through 40 news stories, and it wasn't there. When I made my last video, I got through reading all the 40 news stories of the first time and the second time I refreshed, and I got to about the Pink Floyd story, and Hadrian's breakfast nook. They found Emperor Hadrian's breakfast chamber. He's a Roman emperor from hundreds of years ago. And then something about a time loop. What the new like Gen X, Gen Y, whatever, what the new generation might be called or something, and then something about a time loop. A Netflix show or movie or something about a time loop. So those were the top 40 stories that were more important than Trump being sued under the Ku Klux Klan Act. Then when I refreshed again, all the same stories with these exceptions. Number 13, there was a new one about the Black Church is having a moment, was the title of the article. The Black Church is having a moment. Number 20 was a story about Animal Crossing. The 21st one was about millions of people on Cam Newton, sorry. The 21st story was about Cam Newton spent millions of dollars on clothes he only wore once. The 27th story was also about the Woody Allen Mia Farrow documentary, and this article claimed that it's one-sided but convincing, so probably on the side of Mia Farrow, since the other article said that it was the coffin nail, the nail in Woody Allen's coffin. 32nd story was 14 recipes that we should be making again of old foods. 33rd story was another thing about why Stan Lee is bad or something. 34th story was Garfield helped me make peace with a culture in decline. 35th story, something about walking being healthy for you. The 36th story was about how RV parks are bad. 10 reasons to avoid RV parks, something like that. The 38th story was about Michael Jordan or LeBron James being the greatest of all time. The 40th story was about rules the Hulk must follow in the Marvel Universe. And then I refreshed again. Again, most of them the same stories, except not including the story about Trump being sued. The 33rd story was different. And it was something about diet. And the 46th story was different. And it was something about making a yard, like a yard that people will stop to look at. And that story was from a year ago. But for some reason it got sifted into my Google search in place of the story about Trump getting sued under the Ku Klux Klan Act of 1874. So, sorry for taking so long to read this list, but I do think it's odd the way Google selects our pictures. It selects our news stories. I don't know how well this was reported in like TV news or anything else, but it just seems like another one of those things where things are happening. You will find out about it. This is going to be a big story. But the fact that they didn't want to report on it in the first day shows that they're still trying to shy away from all the consequences that are coming down on Trump. So looking forward to them happening, but I'll probably do more videos like this, so sorry if this is boring to you, but I just feel like it's worth documenting. And I know that everybody's Google searches are tailored to what you look at and what you click on. It's just weird that when something's a big story and they don't show it to you for a long time, or they show it to you briefly and then won't show it to you again, that there seems to obviously be an agenda there for protecting these fascists. So thanks for watching. Y'all have a nice day.